Alright, that was fun. That was not... Be in the right screen, buddy. Straight off the presses from the last Vanadu run. Let's see what we have in the Prestige. What can we do here? Like arcade, that takes like an hour to go to. So I think I'm just going to go do Ghost in the Machine. Probably one of my most favorite. Unfortunately, it's also the one I think is like the most exploitable. Especially the end boss is so like the whole mission itself is pretty neat. The end boss himself it's quite anticlimactic. It came from below. You know, we haven't done Dreams and Nightmares in a minute. I can rock that out for a bit. Sure. Get some Radiance, investing in the future. I guess a Blitz is something we can upgrade. Because I like, if we play enough with what we have, eventually if I try to make something, I'll already have the end in mind. You should never start something without the end in mind. Otherwise, you're just kind of wandering, meandering aimlessly. I told myself I was going to roll on something, and I didn't. So here's what we're going to do. Speaking of investing in the future. Hitting all the wrong buttons. Let me, before I even think about it, invest in more slot. Basically more slot money. So I have this one where... Alright, good. I think this is adequate. Let's go. Let's go forth. It'll just be a casual... It's casual Saturday in the world of Good Spirit. We gotta go sell our wares too. Forgot about that part. Trinkets. Now this kind of little spooky music. This was in Ghost in the Machine. Ghost in the Shell. Keeps radiating from my mind. Radiating. Oh, America didn't transverse the portal. Or the little barrier there. Don't pick your nose. Wait, dude, I'm out of candy. I tried to regulate myself, though. Oh, I got a Pop-Tart. Dude. She's so mad at me for eating around her computer. I think she's well justified in being a little mad at me. We shall. Decent mission to do so, though. And I've done, like, I think I've done this, like, twice as much as Vanna. Judging by when it came out, too, the old mission set. I think that would give you a kind of an idea. If my beautiful play did not really demonstrate it last time, well, here we go. Having a sword as a shield would be the coolest thing, if anything, just for cosmetics. Make it happen. Let's go. Use that too. Oh. So we went to the bazaar. What am I doing? I have a gun. Went to the bazaar last night, where you can buy and sell things for a pittance, and we got, dude, my daughter, I love my kids so much, and that's just me as being a dad. I can't help it. So you'll notice, oh, being a dad kind of, you know, opens your mind to different ways of thinking. And I have two great stories about my daughter Willow, but I'll just stick with this one for now, because it's more recent. Maybe save the other another time, or when I forget that I told her already. Or, I don't know, but anyway, we're looking at these toys, and the whole concept is like, whatever you have to give, you can pay for these toys. And there's some good quality stuff there. But the whole thing's based on donations. All the proceeds go to the church, and they sell hot dogs. It's not McDonald's. As far as speed goes, it was highly uncoordinated. They had the most people in the littlest room, and then you had this vast area with where no one was. So it was, you know, not professional choreographed type seating is what I'm saying. It's not a professional eating business. But you don't pay for that, right? I mean, it's church. It's a social value system. It shouldn't be something you just go to consume. That's quite American. We'll let Valan do some work down there, man. Excuse me. Where you got that bullet from, sir? But that must be confiscated. So my daughter Willow got this. She's the one I play the games most with. She got this toy. It was like a construction dinosaur that had an extended neck, and its tongue was like a hook that you could take out and pull things. But thing is, it only had 3 legs, and she's like, out of all the toys there, you could have run. Out of all the toys there, that was the one she fell in love with, and I was just like, she's like, I love it anyway, even though it has 3 legs. I love it, Daddy. I'm like, dude, we're getting this toy. Okay, I have to reward that heart. How could you not? It just made a lot of sense to do that. So I did. Thank you, America. Oh. Is this how John Wick feels? Except he doesn't get hit as much as I do. So I got her the toy, man. I couldn't help it. The dad in me said, get it. She played with it like crazy. It's her new favorite toy. It's awesome, even though it's a little defective. Her heart is amazing. She also understood the, we recently... so this kind of goes against the other parenting views. My daughter... So we let our kids sleep with us in bed. But when my daughter turned 8, we stopped. I also started teaching her karate. You know, on a regular basis. Every Tuesday and Thursday we do like half-hour karate lesson. Just her and Dad. There's probably a key up here. I should go check on it. So we do the karate lesson. Oh, okay, good. And we kicked her out of bed. To be honest, she cried her first night. Cried herself to sleep. She told me she didn't sleep all night. And I'm like, no, honey, you fell asleep. I heard you snoring. Because she hears us use that phrase when Winter, our other daughter, keeps us up. The 2-year-old who does literally legit never sleeps, just like her father. But she's starting realizing the perks of this. So we read we took a guide for the Amish, the way they have their social value system. It's pretty amazing. I don't read a little out of their theology. That's just me. From the history of reading the world and all this stuff, I understand how they get their values, but their way they raise their kids, I think, is a marvel. How people come back to the society just because of the pure family values of the Amish. And if you don't have any idea what the Amish are, I'll give you a brief rundown there. They basically live like they're in the 16th, 17th century. They're not allowed to drive cars. They're not allowed to have a regular job. They don't use technology. They don't have the internet. I don't know, how do they survive, right? Every time somebody talks about medication with childbirth and with caffeine and with not being able to live without the internet, I'm like, how did mankind survive to the 1900s? Oh my gosh, dude. But anyway, their whole value system is, that's where they live. They live a limited life, but they live a life full of meaning, which is really cool to me. So we took their family value system from that. Oh, can you just get in here? Boop, boop, boop. Excuse me, don't die. Boop. Is this what does this? Did I have to, okay, that's good. I suppose I could have just shot across the way and got the other one. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, I knew that was coming. Think we can get it with this and then sneak out of here? Nope. Alright, well fine. We'll pop a grave shot in you guys. I just gotta clear some of the riffraff. I didn't really want to die in this level if I can help it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Threading the needle. Hey-oh. Almost. I'm not above sparking, also. Okay, I think we can make the shot now. Cleared a few of them out. There we go. Dude, Wintergrave has some power. Can we please shoot this thing? Let's go, Alchemer. We've done this a couple times before. The tick should get him. Fortunately, there's like 3 little eyeballs here. Where did you guys come from? Come on now. This is ridiculous. I actually have to fight these guys. This is crazy. Was I going with that? Anyway, my daughter's heart is awesome. Oh, I know where. Hold on. So she, one of the things the Amish do when they're rearing their kids, they let them sleep with them. And eventually they get to a point where they let them still stay in the room, but they have to be in their own bed, right? They can't. I'm tired. I got a king-size bed, but 2 tiny people. Can you just chill? It's just so frustrating. But 2 tiny people inside the same bed, besides 2 parents, it's a lot. So I probably could just walk over to the other side and get it, but now I'm just frustrated. So I got a bunk bed for them. Thank you. Oh my goodness, that was painful in a lot of ways. I got a bunk bed for her, and now she sits there. She has books all over the place. And the 2-year-old was like, Willow still has a light on. Her sister down on the floor in the bunk bed. I'm like, that's okay, honey. She is older now, and that's one of the things about being older and not sleeping with her parents. You're allowed to stay up a little bit later, and you're allowed to read. She loves reading, by the way, which I'm just in awe. Like, they like games and stuff just like kids do, but I'm just in awe that she loves reading. She reads Captain Underpants and, the Legend of Zelda series, that kind of thing. So it's not like, she's not reading philosophy. She's 8. It's a good time to be a kid. So, read that stuff. But the fact that she's investing in reading comprehension is amazing. That stays with you and keeps your mind fresh up into your dying day. It's the only conclusive thing that us people who have done studies in this field have found. It's pretty amazing. So she gets to sit there and read at the end of the day. So she has a heart and a mind with great potential. That was only the first level. Dude, I thought we were just going into the... Oh my gosh. That's okay. Only like 12 minutes in. We should take our time. Just kidding. I really don't want to take my time. I kind of want to just do this. I want to roll on my punch. If no, we don't have the money. I keep forgetting. I had my mind set on just the punch roll, and now I can't get out of that mindset. Like, the gambling addiction comes back strong, man. If you don't have something to take you to be like a mediator. There's a key here. Okay. Is there a lock right over here? Oh, well. Alright. The amount of reward you get from getting those little chests is just so little. If only this place was littered with radiance, it would be a bit worth it. I'm not sure what this is. I don't think I've seen this area before. It's alright, I think we just hit our way to it. Is there a switch we gotta hit? We gotta go around the other way and hit that one. Maybe. Guess we'll find out. I think we could just walk our way over there. Please, that's it, right? Yes. Okay, good. Here should be the lock. Beautiful. That was not as hard as I thought it would be. This one I've seen several times. Excuse me. Thank you. Blah blah. Okay, dude, that was way easier. And then we took out a few gremlins on our way down. Piece of cake. Oh, we got some accessories. Shock 'em up, yo. Give you a view of my beautiful door in the back there. Which I should have shut, but it's okay. Oh, dude, Pop-Tart. Oop. Now it's roughly like riding a bike. Sort of. I was kind of debate once in a while whether I should use the fire one or the ice one. You know, knocking enemies in place so they don't move, that's pretty valuable, right? But the damage the fire does on ticking is just extremely valuable. I mean, this when I didn't have the option of the third weapon slot, I'd use it for because the damage it would do on the Wolvers for ticking would be kind of nice. Hello, cat. Welcome back. Just come up and also my hand, and be like, "You're not busy, right, Master? Let me wait until the absolute climactic time of this level to join you on your lap." Just interested in the mobility factor. Here we go. By the way, I know I can switch shoot. I know there's ways to do it. I know. Oh, for those of you that have watched this channel for a while, I even macroed myself. I think it's called hotkey. I've hotkeyed myself a macro to switch shoot because I thought maybe my fingers were failing me. No, it's the system itself. Just because of the nature of the nature of the beast, frames being skipped and that kind of thing. Sometimes you gotta, in order to maximize tricks that let you fire and stuff like that exploit frame rates, you have to have a stable frame rate. We do not have this at the moment, and we haven't had this since like 2012. That is the life. Beautiful. You gonna sit there, cat? There we are. The alternative for this gun is obviously the flourish, because this is the part that's just a pain. It's not really extremely challenging. It's just a pain in the butt. Wolvers, can you die? Please stop dodging. At least they don't teleport, right? Oh. Because the longer we're here, the more chance we have of just missing the mark. Let's just go up here. Of missing the mark and getting hit by random projectiles we're not aware of. Just because this area just has a giant veil over your head. Well, rather like little sparks of veils. Kind of reminds me of Adventure Time, right? When little Finn is mad at his father, so he calls forth random objects in the world, and builds a tower, straight up narrow tower, all the way to space, singing a song while he does it. And he gets up into the upper stratospheres of the planet and starts seeing black spots. But he's like, I gotta find my dad. I gotta go to outer space and get him. You know, he's like, I think 13 or 14. It goes progressively with his age. He starts out as 12, and then I think he gets to like 16 or 17. I forget how old the series actually is. Whoop. Yeah, I deserve that. Alright. We haven't used Mike. Mike, you've been dormant. You gotta speak up, man. No. That is not the magma driver. And then now I'm dead. Can't get out of that one. Let me, thank you, Shield Bash. Mike, you could have helped. You could have done something. You chose not to. There are sins by omission, right? That was one heck of a cherry pick shot there, little Wolver guy. Can't even be mad. Just stopped me and I couldn't move. And our immediate runs into this, right? The sins of omission. Or rather, what they do not cover as opposed to what they do. They can choose to cover a whole bunch of things that are actually relevant, or they can choose to cover a narrative. Ooh. A narrative that's usually has like envy and pride in the background, or a bias, or basically a God complex. Who are you to tell me? And then at the same time, they're the ones telling everybody else. By the way, that works both ways. It's very tough to use that in an apologetic sense. Who am I to tell this person what to do? And I'll be like, who are you to tell me not to say it? But when you take that logic, people frown upon you. Like, are you so arrogant that you think you have that kind of authority? I'm like, no. But the logical implications of what you just said. If you devalue yourself and say you don't have an opinion that's worthy of discussion or talk, then that's the same thing. Like, if you say that, you know, that if you take that kind of like self-sacrificing mentality, who am I to say that somebody shouldn't live their life the way they want to? I'm like, dude, if you see somebody living in squalor and starving themselves to death, or drinking soda daily instead of water, or I don't know. And then when you bring the kid factor in, it's even worse, right? You can't dance on my lap and expect me to be calm. Like, silence is acceptance. Sometimes you gotta speak up. You see people malnourishing their kids. You see people like this. They have this problem in script. And I'll bring scripture up once in a while. In the ancient times, in the Molech, Israel decided, hey, you know what's a great idea? Let's take our firstborn infants and roll them down the arms of this bronze idol, which is on fire, and just listen to our kids scream and die and burn to death because it's how we worship our God. Yeah, you shouldn't. Who are you to tell somebody not to do that? It's great when things are nice and peaceful, and the Judeo-Christian background constitution is kind of what's running things. But when you have, I don't know, like a socialistic party or a dictatorship running like that, and then you say, who am I to say this is wrong? That's when you kind of run into some severe issues. This might hurt. Silence is acceptance. That's all I'm saying. So it's great in theory, and you know, there are plenty of people with that mentality that live great moral lives who can be wrong, and they make good contributions to society. But the natural, logical outworking of that, which does happen, it's not pretty. I mean, you can look at if you ever use the argument that religion has killed more people than, you know, anything else in this world, that's false. You have obviously not read about the 16 million people that Russia has killed in the name of secularism, or the 20 million people the dictatorship of communist China has killed and during their regime. This is millions of people in like a 50-year span. And what did the Holocaust do? 6 million? It's like pittance. It's nothing. So if you use that argument, you can use it, but it's a bad one, and it's false, and it's just being ignorant of history. It works on people who are not invested in looking for truth, but I don't know, somebody who's read a couple decent history books that don't glorify the Holocaust, but also just basically go toward the world events. America was directly involved in World War II, so that's why we highlight that one. And the Cold War, which is something everybody kind of ignored, even though the garbage that was going on in the Soviet Union was exactly that. There's a lot of hearts here, man. Whoop. We'll give you an honorable death. You're done. I think that was way easier than I thought it'd be. Sorry, dude. If you will get philosophy pouring out of me watching me do this. Something as minor as dreams and nightmares. Yeah, I do got a filter. There's what's the saying? Like if you can't say it to everybody. Or don't say it if you can't say it to everybody, right? If you can't say it to everyone, say it to no one. You can spin it a couple different ways. But this is the kind of life I say this stuff at work too through casual conversation usually. People's decisions, especially when people come up with judgment calls. Just want to let you know, I saw this person doing this and this and this, and I don't think it's right. Or I don't think this person should do this. Or no, this person's violating the policy, so I think I should be able to violate the policy too. No, just because they're wrong doesn't mean you can be wrong as well and still not have the natural outworkings of a wrongdoing. You know, people in Detroit shoot each other in gangs and get away with it. I should be able to too. I mean, it doesn't work no matter how you spin it. You know, when it comes to those moral choices, anyway. And those are the kind of things you get to deal with when you're in lower to middle management. My frame rate just go up. This is crazy. All right, let's go. Go for it. Let's see how we do. 30 radiance. That's pretty solid. That's pretty good. Let's go take a walk around Haven and see what's going on for a minute. We got a couple minutes yet. I'm probably gonna pop some Risk of Rain in here too. Just working on my solo monsoon game. We will get one going. Usually when I play that game lately, the entire family's awake, so it's very difficult to get a focused game in. I usually end up dying very quick. Then there's Lockdown, which I don't think I'm going to play, because I have yet to have a decent experience in the past, 3 months playing Lockdown, besides just, being a bomber and sleeping people. Positive experience playing a multiplayer combat game where people get mad at each other because of the basic nature of Java. It is fun, though. I like Lockdown. I just gotta, unfortunately, know my role. I'm no longer a competent, combatter. I'm more of a, I get points kind of guy. Anyway, well, I don't think you have any interest in watching me do my, little pit and selling. So, once again, thanks for watching. You guys enjoyed it. Click the like button, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I see Wolfster there. He's professional Vanislayer. So, if he was my friend, I would feel like much more of a fulfilled person. Anyway, I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.